Yeah, right here, sunglasses.
Where did you find 70,000 things to audition?
Well, over a long period of time, for sure, right? But the other way that I looked at a lot of auditions was casting websites, where there was just a lot of opportunities. There's lots of projects out there, right? People who want internal corporate videos to talk to their own clients and stakeholders. I've taught people how to make pancakes at IHOP. I have given extremely complicated lectures on semiconductor behavior. Everybody needs, that all needs voice. So it's a mixture of direct marketing, casting websites, and agency representation bringing me that work. Yes, White Mage.
With the emergence of AI, is that something to kind of be concerned about coming into the voice acting industry, kind of current thing, or is that something maybe, what's your view on that?
It's really hard to dissect what the industry is going to look like with AI. There are a couple of points that I always try to maintain in that. One, in order to make a good model, you must have good talent, right? You can't give something bad data and generate a good result. So good acting will always be required, even if AI takes prominence. The second thing is that voices expire. There is a reason that you no longer hear "in a world," right? Nobody hires that anymore. And I get a lot of people who come up to me with these big booming voices. And they're like, yes, I'm in radio and I speak like this all the time. And I've been like, we got a lot of work to do. Because nobody hires that anymore, right? So even if you listen to voices from the 1970s, that's sort of somewhat like transatlantic kind of buzz that comes with the 1970s voice, would sound really weird advertising TikTok, right? So voices will expire and need to be updated. And then they will need to be updated with talented actors. How AI is going to go, I have no idea. If there's a world in which I can get paid for a model of my voice to do work and I can maintain control over how my voice is used and achieve fair compensation, I'm very willing to have that conversation. When it's out of my control, when a company decides to take my voice and use it for all purposes, I'm not okay with that. I no longer have agency over my likeness. Right? Which is currently a law in things like your face, right? I can't take a picture of you on the street and use you to advertise something. So the laws are catching up. The technology is evolving faster than the legal landscape. I think we'll get there. California just released a No Fakes Act that kind of helps protect people's likeness. So it's really hard to say. And anybody that tells you they know how it's going to go is lying. It is just, it's too dynamic right now. Yes, right here.
So would you say that the window for video games and animations ability compensation? Okay, how do I phrase this? You say the other types of voice acting, audiobooks, advertisements, that sort of thing. That's where the money is, and video games and animation are covered under the live action dubbing contract, and that's just a really bad contract. Has the window for getting properly compensated?
Can we make it better is the question. Do I think it's possible to make it better? I think that history has shown us no. That it will be it's very difficult to gain ground in contracts, which is why it's always important to establish the best agreement that you can when you're making it. For example, we've been on strike for video games twice now since 2016. The 2016 strike attempted to tie actors' payments to the success of a game to try to
I know I'll never be the same. Shook my world so hard again. Wish I washed away my sins. He's a dead man walking, blank staring.